Hey, what's up, Stephanie? How are you today? Hope you're doing well. Finally got around to making the video. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with foam rolling, alright? So obviously you're gonna need a foam roller. I also recommend you either get a baseball or a tennis ball. Probably start out with a tennis ball. You're gonna need that for the front of your shins. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna hit the calf muscle, just like how we talked about before. So just a reminder how we do that. You're gonna be on the ground, just gonna put one leg on your foam roller, the other leg on top, and you're just gonna roll back and forth. So you're looking for spots that really suck, right? The ones that hurt the most are the ones that you're gonna wanna focus on. So once you get to a spot, you're just gonna hang out on it, right? So you want to hang out on this spot for at least 45 seconds up to 3 minutes, depending on how bad it is. So once you find that spot, just hang out on it, breathe, relax. And like I said before, once it starts getting better, you can start flossing your foot back and forth, just like that. And that's gonna take that knot, send it through the foam roller, and it's going to be a little bit more intense. So after you do that, you want to do the same thing for the side, right? Just kind of roll through, find a spot that sucks, hang out on it until it feels a little bit better. Alright, so the next one, which we haven't went over yet, is we're going to look for spots on the shin, right? The anterior tibialis kind of runs on the outer part of the front of your leg. And if you have any knots here, it can restrict ankle movement as well. So what you're gonna do, start with a tennis ball. You're just gonna put this on the front of your shin. Look for spots that kind of suck. And after you find the spot, you're just gonna sink down on it and really let that ball dig in there. Same thing, hang out, at least 45 seconds up to 2 or 3 minutes per spot. And that's gonna be your foam rolling. All right, so next part of the equation, right? We just foam rolled it. We made everything more pliable and ready to stretch. So now we gotta stretch out the gastroc and the soleus, your main two calf muscles. So for the gastroc, we're gonna be like this. We're gonna drop this knee to the wall. Keep that other leg nice and straight. Push the heel into the ground. Squeeze your butt, right? And you're gonna hold this one for 1 minute, 2 minutes each leg. So after you do each leg, you're gonna come and you're gonna stretch out the soleus, which is the muscle that runs a little bit lower. And the way you're gonna do that, same process. You're gonna drop this knee to the wall. Other leg straight, heel in the ground, but bend your knee. And you're gonna feel that like way deeper, way lower on your calf. And once again, you're gonna hold this for 1 to 2 minutes each side. Okay, so next step in the process, right? We gotta mobilize the joint. And we're mobilizing the ankle joint, right? The ankle joint should be able to slide back and forth, right? You should be able to do this while keeping your heel down. And a lot of times, there's this bone that comes down like this, and it has to slide back. And a lot of people who have ankle restrictions, it's kind of stuck. So what we're trying to do is get that ankle joint moving a little bit better, posterior and anterior. So first one we're gonna do is posterior to anterior joint mobilization. So you're gonna wanna take a band, wrap it around something, and then you're gonna get that band nice and low on your ankle, and you're gonna need something heavy to put on your foot. So I'm using a plate. You can use like a sandbag, something that keeps your foot kind of in place. So you'll sit that on top of your foot, get that band nice and good bit of tension on there. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna rock back, straighten your leg out as much as you can, hold it for a few seconds, and then right back, all right? So you're gonna do about 10 to 12 reps per leg. Keep that foot down. And And basically what that's going to do is kind of pull your ankle in that direction and try to get it moving. Cool. So after you do that, about 10 to 12 reps per side, all you're going to do is you're going to flip around. And you're going to put that band right below that little ankle bone. And from here, you're going to walk out, get a good bit of tension on your ankle. It should be almost wanting to pull you back a little bit. And basically what you're going to do from this side is you're going to rock forward like this, right? And if you want to make it even a little more effective, you can put something heavy on your leg, like a plate or a sandbag, and you're just going to kind of rock back and forth like this. Hold it for a couple seconds, and you're going to want to do about 20 to 30 reps per side, right? So let's say you're doing this and you feel some pinching here or some pain. You just want to touch into that pain just a little bit and then back out, right? And we're just looking for a little bit of movement here. You're not going to get a ton in the beginning. You're just looking for a little bit at a time, and every time you do it, you'll get a little better, a little better, a little better. Alright, so next part of the equation is we're going to want to activate the muscles on the other side of the joint, right? So your calves are pretty tight, and a lot of times the anterior tibialis is underactive. So what you're going to do is wrap this around your foot, slide all the way back on your bench, have your foot just hanging off a little bit, and basically what you're going to do is you're going to curl up and squeeze this muscle in the front of your leg. You're going to come back down, get a good stretch, and then right back up, squeeze that muscle, and right back down. So you're going to want to do anywhere from 12 to 20 reps per leg, and I recommend doing about 2 to 3 sets per exercise. After that, you're going to want to do hill walks, okay? So hill walks, you're basically just going to be up with your toes off the ground like this, and you're going to walk back and forth. So it's going to look like this right here, and you're just going to walk. You're going to look really weird, especially if you do it in the gym. And you're just going to walk back and forth. Try to do about a minute walk, a couple rounds. And that's going to turn this muscle on as well. You're going to be up here, which is basically the opposite of this. Alright, so last thing we got to do, right? So we foam rolled, we stretched, we mobilized the joints, we activated the muscles on the other side of the joint. So now we got to do some exercises to kind of integrate it all together. So what you're going to do is grab a dumbbell or a kettlebell, and you're going to hold it like this, okay? And what you're going to do is go down as far as you can, really deep into that squat, get those ankles moved as much as possible, hold it for a couple seconds, and back up, right? You want to do 10 to 12 reps there. You know, just get as deep as you can, get as much ankle movement as you can. After that, you're going to come over to a step, and we're going to do some calf raises. So we're just trying to get full range of motion here, right? So you're going to be here, go all the way down as far as you can, feel that good stretch in your calves, and come all the way up onto your big toe, drive your ankle forward, and then right back down as much as you can, right? And up. You want to do 12 to 20 reps of that as well. And then, 2 to 3 rounds each exercise, and then you're all done. And that's your ankle mobility routine. Let me know how it goes.